Yeah, you kind of talked about coaches being fired. Tomlin's name, people talking about that he should be fired. Kind of goes on to our next topic. Doug Peterson was fired for the Eagles this past week. Kind of shocked some people a little bit. I mean, he won a Super Bowl just 3 years ago. He had his first losing season since his first year being a head coach. His first year, he was under 500. But after that, he had three straight seasons over 500, like, including that Super Bowl win. This past year, they were 4-11-1. That last game of the year against Washington. I mean, to me, I think that kind of did nail in the coffin. I mean, it seemed like he didn't even want to win. I mean, it is kind of crazy, though. I mean, he won your Super Bowl 3 years ago and you fired him. And then you look at some people like the Bengals who expect great things of Zach Taylor, who's won 6 games in just 2 seasons. I mean, I understand the decision. I am kind of shocked by it. But to me, people are talking about head coaching candidates, maybe like Robert Saleh or something like that. To me, Joe Brady. Joe Brady makes so much sense here. You get him with Jalen Hurts. I mean, obviously we know what he did with Joe Burrow in college. And I mentioned kind of at the beginning of the episode my top six, in no particular order, or Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Sewell, Devontae Smith, and Jamar Chase. The Eagles have the sixth pick. More than likely, at least Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith is going to be available. Jamar Chase had 20 touchdowns and 1,700 yards with Joe Brady as the when he was with LSU, making Burrow look so good. I mean, you get Jamar Chase with Hurts. I think that would be a great fit for Philadelphia if you add Joe Brady as the head coach. I think it could be. I mean, I know Hurts isn't a great passer, but he'll get him more comfortable with the offense, be able to let him start to pass more. And I'm kind of surprised by the Peterson firing. I understand it, but to me, I think Joe Brady would be a really great hire here.
I mean, yeah, I think Joe Brady for any team is a great candidate. I think he's just, I mean, you saw what he's done in LSU, and he has just been a crazy good offensive minded. And for it, I mean, I really feel like the Eagles could use really any offensive or defensive minded coach right now. And, you mentioned Robert Saleh. Right now, that's probably my favorite pick, especially assuming a team like the Lions might go Marvin Lewis. Saleh is a good defensive-minded guy, and I think that he could probably join that team. And if he gets a good OC, maybe he can do some damage for the Eagles. But at the same time, you can't go wrong with an offensive-minded coach. If you get a guy like Joe Brady, as you mentioned, really a guy that's focused on passing, you already have your running game locked down with Miles Sanders and, also Jalen Hurts who can run the ball. If you can get the passing going and draft a guy like maybe Devonta Smith, as you mentioned, and maybe even get another quarterback to help you pass the ball more consistently, all of a sudden, that team has a very dangerous offense. And maybe if they can build up the defense as well, I think they still need a couple of guys, like especially a corner or two next to Darius Slay. If they can build up their defense, all of a sudden, this is a very poor division in the NFC East right now. So I think there is a discussion to be made if they could possibly go from being the worst team in the division to the best team next year if it makes the right coaching hire.